Rambo here, and I want to talk to you guys about this summer and why I think it's going to be a very troubling time for us in the gig economy. It does not matter what app you use. I know majority of us use DoorDash because they have 50% of the market share. But what I want to talk about is all of the internal and external factors that I think this summer is going to be pretty rough for us in the gig economy. Let's get into it. So the first thing is pretty obvious. Gas prices. Gas prices are going up. Things are pretty bad right now. I know there was an issue with the pipeline being hacked and things are going, I guess they fixed that issue and things should be going back, I guess, normal in a few days. But gas prices have been going up before the pipeline has been hacked. And that significantly reduces our income. The more money you have to pay for gas, the more selective you have to take for orders. But it goes right to the next issue that I have, which is number 2. The orders have been pretty bad. I've been looking at tons of forums, Reddit, YouTube, Facebook. Everyone has been complaining about how low these offers have been in the last couple of weeks. Just $3 order after $3 order after $3 order, $4. It has become a terrible, terrible situation where some people are just not making the amount of money they used to make. Some people are going home early. Some people are worrying about how to pay the bills, especially if you're doing this full time. How are you going to pay the bills when these offers are so bad? Let's get into the next thing, because all this stuff kind of comes together. The economy, right? If you guys have checked the news, the jobs report has been pretty bad. They thought 1 million jobs were going to be created. Turns out only about, 1/4 of that. Why? Because many people are staying home because they're getting paid more money to stay home than to go to work. Now you may think, why should I care about that? I don't care about that. I'm working, I'm doing my thing. If they stay home, big deal. How does that affect me in the gig economy, right? Well, there's a thing called inflation. Things are more expensive now. And let's not even get back to the inflation. Let's talk about the lack of labor. You know why you're probably at a restaurant waiting a half an hour for your order to be done? Maybe because they don't have enough people working. Because restaurants are desperate for work. They're desperate to find people to do the job. But no one wants to do those jobs because you're getting paid more to stay home. These benefits that were added on are added on to September. So the entire summer, you can stay home and do nothing. And there's nothing wrong with that. If I had the ability, I probably would do the same thing too. So it's not attacking the people who are staying home. But if you are a restaurant owner and you are signed on to Grubhub, you sign on to DoorDash, yet you don't have the labor, you don't have the team to make this food, to provide this food, it affects you as a dasher because you're waiting for that order for extra 15 to 20 minutes. Or it's so backed up that you just unassigned entirely. So let's go even to the next point. Inflation. Things are costing more money. There's chicken shortages. Price of lumber has been going up. How does that affect you in the gig economy? Well, those prices of the food will cost more money. More money means less people would order those things, meaning less orders for you to pick up. Very important to look at these type of things. Inflation is causing many of our goods to be more expensive. Less people can afford them, less orders for you. And now let's talk about the biggest issue that we have, and this is going to be DoorDash centric, DoorDash specific. They are not being transparent with the offers. It's gone even worse now that people are finding hidden tips in $7 orders. I think it's even low as $6 orders. They want you to pick up every order, and hopefully you get the order where the tip is actually there, right? Or the full tip is right. But you may pick up a $7 order. I did it yesterday. Picked up a $7 order. I thought, yeah, this is gonna give me a tip. It was just $7. And I don't usually take $7 orders. I live in New York City. Standards of living is high. If I don't see $10, if I don't see an extra 1 next to that number, next to a dot and another number, I probably usually do not take it unless it's like 1 mile. So now we're guessing, and things are not going to get better. So again, people who get upset at people who use the Para app, if you have bills to pay and you gotta feed your family and you gotta do what it takes, and you may not have time to learn how to dissect orders like many people in the gig economy, even though I think you should still try to spend time on YouTube finding out how to dash properly. And if you don't have time to do that, well, you may have to take the para route. You may want to take that app. I mean, can you fault someone for doing that? It may be a short-sighted decision, but people need to pay the bills because the gas company don't care that you can't see tips, right? The phone companies not going to care about the lack of transparency with DoorDash. They want their money, and you got to do that. You got to go and pay the bills. You got to make that money. So that's just the few things that I think will be, I don't see any change throughout the summer. I think it's just going to get worse, and you guys will have to find ways, just like I am, trying to find ways to make it. For some reason, the rest of my video did not record, but that was basically the end of the video. I think that right now we all have to be more creative of exactly what we're going to do in the next couple of weeks. I don't see an end in sight. I think it's important to multi-app, use every single app that you have. Don't expect that things may necessarily improve, especially on DoorDash. I think things are just going to continue to get worse with all the bad job numbers, the bad inflation situation, the gas prices. There's a lot of things going wrong right now, and I just don't see things just going to drastically improve. And especially, this is the last point that I forgot to mention when I was in the car. COVID restrictions are lifting. More people are going to be outside. More people are going to be basically not using the services as much as they did, because think about it. DoorDash and Grubhub's biggest year ever was during the pandemic in last year. Now, more people are going to be outside. More people are going to actually go to a physical restaurant. So you're not going to get as many orders as you did last year. Math just doesn't come to our benefit, in our favor. So there's a lot going on. I noticed it was a down video. I'm going to try to plan something different and uplifting. But if you want positivity, all positivity, hit up Pedro, the DoorDash Santiago. He always has like the most positive videos. I think of every YouTube creator and UDM and DoorDash when they're happy, when they're actually in a good mood. Sometimes they get a little bit passionate, but we gotta be realistic, and that's just what I'm throwing out there. So if you agree with what I have to say, put them in the comments below. If you don't agree, you think things are going better, and you have a bright future for us Dashers, put in the comments below. I think everyone would like to hear some good news. If you have a different opinion, put it in there, and I'll see you guys in the next video.